teacher here is supposed to be the most intense and demanding instructor in all of clowning, and shit, it's Roger, isn't it? It's gonna be Roger.
All right, jagoffs, the name's H.J. Rimmons. Look to your left. Look to your right. By the end of the semester, 60% of you will be dead by your own hand. The rest will be clowns. You dig?
Okay, I'm out of here.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Project Mayhem. I'm Carl Clover. It has been a while, and well, with work and life and everything else in general, I've been pretty damn busy, and I've also been pretty goddamn lazy with just relaxing. So I haven't done a video, and I decided to do this video today. American Dad's Roger Smith's top 10 male personas. It's been a while since I watched American Dad, but let's get straight up the list. At number 10, Czech Lex Olympic hockey player, season 5, episode 13, The Return of the Bling. Stan, whose life he has worshipped the 1980s U.S. Olympic team, the Miracle on Ice guys. Roger casually drops that he was on the team under the name Czech Midlemex. Stan refuses to believe it until Roger takes him actual player reunion where the real team recognizes and embrace him. Stan is on top of the world. His hero is someone he lives with. Roger admits he was on steroids the entire time, and the whole Miracle on Ice gets invalidated in Stan's eyes. Roger destroys one of Stan's most sacred childhood heroes just by existing. I like this because I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan. It makes fun of it. They do a lot of funny jokes, especially with the Swedish pub, and I just want to say it's really funny because Stan is just a stick ass, you know, and Roger being on drugs, you know, it's Roger, for God's sakes. If you haven't really seen this one, it's worth a watch, but I want to mention Czech Lemex, God, I cannot pronounce that last name, sorry, is one of his male personas, but now I gotta move on to number 9, Dr. Raphael Penguin. He's recurring in multiple episodes across several seasons. Dr. Penguin started as a prison psychologist and somehow ended up as the Smith family's personal therapist. Nobody knows how. Nobody questions it. The joke is that Dr. Penguin is spectacularly unqualified and clearly just Roger looking for an excuse to insert himself into everyone's personal problems. He has monogram socks, he takes notes he never reads, and his therapy advice is always completely useless at best and actively destructive at worst. If you don't know who his persona Dr. Penguin is, then you've been living on a rock. Like I said, it started out as a prison psychiatrist who got you 6 more months of fun. You know, Stan punches him, but we've seen Dr. Penguin show up when a family member has a problem, and there was an episode where we got introduced to Rogu. Roger was sick, and Klaus wanted to be the therapist to actually give good advice, and throughout that episode you should just ignore everything. But anyway, I really like Dr. Penguin because there was an episode called The Man in the Moon House, the Moon Bounce. I mean, they introduced his socks, they're monogrammed, Dr. Penguin. But just seeing him trying to give therapy to the Smiths is just one of my happy moments that Roger's not even trying. With that, we move on to number 8. Mr. Deliver, Selfless Teacher, Season 11, Episode 8, the episode Stand, Dan, Deliver. Roger takes on the persona of an inspirational inner-city teacher to prove to Steve that he can actually be selfless and do something good for once. He goes into a classroom of unprivileged kids and somehow actually connects with them in a way no real teacher ever could. He gets them engaged, he gets them learning. It looks like Roger might actually pull it off being a decent human being for once. Then the episode ends with him selling every single one of them to the Chinese army. Character growth was not on the agenda. I like this because there was a joke in there. You didn't teach them anything. I taught them to count backwards from 3. Whoa. And the 1 was just the middle finger. It is rather on the, they tried episode on American Dad Team, but the joke in here was funny, and they did do a Janet Jackson dancing music video. God. Yeah, go watch it. Number 7. Rolling Chang, Super Positive Asian. Season 7, Episode 8. Season's Beatings is the episode. Jeff adopts a baby that turns out to be the Antichrist. And Stan is desperate to get the kid away from the family before everything goes sideways. He goes to Roger and basically begs him to put on a persona that's helpful and cooperative for once. Roger obliges and shows up as Rolling Chang, aggressively upbeat, relentless, positive, zero negativity whatsoever. The joke is that this is genuinely the hardest character Roger's ever had to play because being nice goes against every instinct he has. Now, I've seen a few Christmas episodes of American Dad, don't get me wrong, truth be told. I like this episode because it's the Antichrist. To be fair, Roger started this problem. He got Stan kicked out of his religion, church, all because he played the bear Jesus and Stan beat the other living crap him in public in front of them all. Watch the clip when he beats Roger up. It's hilarious. And like he said, why don't you try putting on a persona that likes to help people? And I got the perfect persona. Rolling Chang, Super Positive Asian. But hey, let's go on to number 6. Mr. Vanderhill, country club owner. Season 7, Episode 9, Stanny Tendergrass. Stan has been working at the Havery Camp Country Club for 30 summers straight, trying to save enough money for a membership. Mr. Vanderhill is rich old owner who runs the place. What makes this one special is Mr. Vanderhill is one of the personas Stan generally can't see through. Every Smith family member has one blind spot, and Stan is Mr. Vanderhill. Stan spends the whole episode trying to impress and compete against this guy with zero ideas. He has been getting hustled by Roger the entire time. You know, I think AI messed something up. I don't think Roger owns it. There are some funny parts when he drops this up. He's actually married to some really old hag, and then some really old daughters. Like, you're not getting your mother's money, Pamela. Or I forgot the thing, but yeah, basically he is the old country club member. So he's a dick. He cancels employees' swim. They place bets, and they have Hulk Hogan himself, voice himself, playing the I'm a Real American. I'm not into wrestling, but the favorite part of this was where he was taking a bribe to lose the golf match because they both suck, Stan and Roger. He got paid off, and then he was telling Steve, sometimes I come back here to do whippets. And think about what would the individuals be like if they go to college. And he explained like the whole, it does not go well. The dean shuts down the college pizza place, and they do not take it well. And there are some really funny parts just in this episode alone. And I do like Mr. Vanderhill as Roger's persona because it is funny as hell. There are so many jokes in it. So, yeah, this is an episode I always, me and my buddy Zeke, watch if we can, But hey, let's move on to number 5. Cindy Hoffman, Bible Salesman. Season 5, Episode 2, The One That Got Away. Roger commits so hard to this persona that's basically forgot he was Roger. Cindy Hoffman is a sweet, wholesome Bible salesman with a girlfriend in a regular life. Roger finds out Cindy has been maxing out his credit card, except Sydney is Roger, and Roger has been living as Sydney without realizing it. So Roger decides to destroy Sydney's life, and it turns into Roger essentially trying to hunt down and kill himself. He runs Sydney's job destroys his relationship, and he breaks into his apartment to burn it down before finally seeing a photo and putting it all together. Okay, what do you have to say about Roger being pitch black drunk, stumbling over, about ready to, steal gloves, and he created this nice, loving persona? And he hires a hitman on himself. So his persona took reality on his own. He even destroys his flowers. He cooks the birds that he feeds, rewrites the Bible, and gets him fired. But there's a bit in there that I love. He was trying to steal. He said, "You spend I forgot how much it was on a diamond ring to steal a $10 gloves." Like, shut up. Like, the episode ends with him stabbing his persona. So it's worth a watch. It's funny. It's just Roger being Roger, and that's Sidney Hoffman. Okay, one of my all-time favorites. We're going to move on to number 4. Roger Roy McFreely, HOA Chairman. Season 6, Episode 10, Surgo Gate, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Sanford gets to buy grenadine for Roger's cocktail. That's the whole reason this persona exists. Roger gets so furious over one missing ingredient that he creates an entire identity, runs for an HOA chairman, wins, and uses every ounce of the bureaucratic power available to him to make Stan's life a living hell. He passes ordinance after ordinance, specially designing to ruin Stan's personal and all-over drink. So, yeah, they play some mixing on the dances to, puts in motion sensor lights, early trash pickup only on this house only. They have a chase scene. Stan thinks Roger killed an old dude. No, he died of old age, and they went after a speaker box. You gotta watch it to know what I'm talking about, because it is funny. I wish I could explain more. I wrote a script. I wanted to get in more details. But, I'm going to move on to number 3, and I think you all would agree with me. The Leg Man. Season 4, Episode 4, The Leg Man. And also recurring episodes. Roger and Steve have a little persona going. Roger and Steve are an ongoing bit where they're playing private detectives. Steve is Wheels, Roger is the Leg Man. Roger starts this entirely because he wanted an excuse to go outside and felt like playing detective. What makes it work is Roger takes it dead serious when Steve is just along for the ride. The case they get into are somehow always real and always escalate way past what 2 amateur detectives should be handling. Now, like I said, there are different episodes of Wheels and the Leg Man, how it got started. There was one where I think it was like swapping wives, and it was like at the very end of the episode, they came in and they witnessed like 2 people just been murdered in the Smith household. I was like, wait, did we just uncover a murder? Are we supposed to solve this? Oh, no. In our darkest days, we're Scooby-Doo. It's just, they always, get into, shit they don't want to do, or shit that's just really screwed up. It's kind of like the one where they have, what was that book writer? James Patterson. And they were just playing detective, and it was James Patterson all along that, kidnapped Francine, and it's just stupid shit like that that's funny. Or the time Haley and Jeff got married, and they were supposed to, like everyone else in town, stop the wedding from happening. What does Roger do? Eats a few Cheetos, a little, what was that, I forgot what the drop was, put it in his eye, and he gets high and goes totally off course. Because it's Roger. I mean, come on. All right, number 2, Tearjerker. Season 3, Episode 10. The whole episode is a full James Bond parody. Roger plays the villain, a diabolical business tycoon who has been kidnapping celebrities, replacing them with robots, and producing intentionally awful movies. His master plan is to release the saddest film ever made, and literally make every audience member cry themselves to death. Stan is his secret agent, trying to stop him. Roger commits to the Bond and villain role so completely that is stopping feeling like a parody, and the start feels feeling like Rogers genuinely thinks he is the Bond villain. Like Frenchie's sex pour de corps, which is the assistant. Stan falls with the girl. Klaus is the assistant. I forget what Shashki Hutch. That's who he played. And then they only did another James Bond parody, but it was Principal Lewis as Black Villain, and they cloned Roger in that one. But I love it because he made the oral sentence called Oscar Gold. And Broom Broom, I want to drive the truck was funny. Or I want more dizzy water. But it's so funny because they have the gays as the henchmen. Like, I love it when I see it on TV. So it is funny. I do love it. But I have to move on to number 1, Ricky Spanish. Season 7, Episode 17. Roger finds an old outfit buried in the back of his closet and can't remember which persona it belongs to. The second he walks outside, people start reacting with pure hatred. Turns out Ricky Spanish is the most despised man in all of Langley Falls, and Roger has done absolutely terrible things under the identity to basically everyone in town. Steve convinces him to go around and make amends. Roger tries. It does not go well. Ricky Spanish can't help himself. Ricky Spanish. Yeah, like that from Flashback. Editor, add a flashback in there. Ricky Spanish. Ricky Spanish, like they said, is the most hated character, and I think he makes one comeback where Klaus was doing the taxes, and it wasn't Ricky Spanish doing the taxes, it was the voiceover every time someone says his name doing the taxes. That was funny. Of course, Stan was Ricky Spanish one time, but it's cruel, maniacal. It's not like Roger, and he also, stabs Steve in the back at the end of the episode. But and then Steve starts getting, ripped and kill you, Ricky Spanish. I just love how Brian Lewis just hops on him like slappity slap. You got some nerve showing your face, Ricky Spanish. It was a well-written, good episode because you have a character that Roger doesn't remember. Either he's drunk or on drugs, possibly, and he finds this outfit, and it's a persona he wanted to throw away, hide forever, and he puts it back on, walks outside. It's Ricky Spanish. Yeah, guys, that is going to be my list. If you like this, want me to do more personas of male, or would you like me to do female versions of Roger's persona? Link it in the comments below. I would like to hear your thoughts. Did I miss any? What would you want different? I love to hear other Roger personas that you want to hear. You can follow me on my social. I have deleted Twitter now, or X, where you call it now. It's just a garbage app now. I am still on Instagram. I don't be active on Discord a lot. I should probably get back to it on that, but turn on the notification bell to know when I have videos. Subscribe if you haven't already. And guys, if you like American Dad, check out some of my other videos. I did some other topics on American Dad, worst things Stan's ever done, stuff like that. And until next time, guys, later.